Heads up, we say swear words and talk about dirty things, so make sure you're cool with that. You know, Alex, some people just want to live a very quiet, everyday life where nothing strange happens, you know? No alien locks you in a room and makes time go ahead 2 years. No espers drag you off to a secret dimension to fight giant beings that are made by some strange girl's sadness.
We're not talking about Fooly Cooley anymore, are we?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not.
No. We're straight in a detective murder mystery.
Oh my
penguin
God,
murder mystery.
I forgot we're doing the murder mystery.
And Kyon's sister did it.
Oh yeah, totally.
This little 6-year-old that came on the trip that was supposed to be just a nice getaway for everyone but Haruhi, who decreed, there has to be a detective murder mystery. Someone's got to die. And suddenly there's someone dead, the owner of the estate.
I'm really surprised at no point did she goes, one of us is definitely Goemon in a mask.
You know what? There's a lot of Kendachi, a lot of Lupin references going around.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like once you notice the reference in like one anime, you start to notice it everywhere.
I'm just really ready for the culprit to show up and some kid to show up and kick a soccer ball at him.
Wait, what was that?
It's Detective Conan, man.
Oh, that's right.
They're up to literally, I think they're past 800 or some crazy shit. I literally watched an episode recently and it was fantastic. That show's still going.
You might notice that we actually had this exact conversation last week.
Of course.
And that's because our second episode is Endless 8.
Kyon-kun Danwa. Okay, well, it's really obvious that murder was fake. That man is not dead, nor is he actually bleeding.
Wasn't there a book in his pocket?
Yeah, he was stabbed. He was either just stabbed in the book, and I'm like really fucking wrong, and he just got stabbed through a book, which, now that I think about it, really hard to do. And Endless 8, the only thing I know to expect is a lot of phone calls and a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, so Endless 8 and the episode we saw where Kyon went back in time and met young Haruhi, and then a future arc are all part of season 2, which is basically they were in the story, you just never saw them. Like they would refer to these events. And then season 2 aired in 2009. They just re-showed the first season, and then they placed the episodes in the chronological order.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's kind of like if they released Harry Potter 1 and 3, and then later on they released it as one big book, and then the chapters for 2 were just kind of placed in there.
I feel like we're watching this at a perfect time because at the time it aired, and like maybe even 5 years after, it was so hyped up, and it was like this huge thing. And honestly, that's what kind of led me to not watch it.
Mm-hmm. And now that you're like kind of away in a biased perspective and this, well, you're in a podcast where you have to give a straight opinion.
Yeah, let's be fair. I don't have a choice here.
What are you gonna subjugate me to next? Like I'm making you watch Haruhi. Like I'm trying to think of like what. Geez, is
real quick. Do you know Hamtaro actually ends in a wedding?
Did you know that Hamtaro is 400 episodes and 7 movies, and also a slice of life romantic comedy anime?
Go back in the lore. Start the episode. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, Kyle. What's up?
Why don't you sit right back and I'll tell you a tale. A tale of a faithful trip that started as a trip to an island aboard a tiny ship. 5 passengers set sail that day for just a weekend adventure. A god, a time traveler, an esper, a human, an alien, and a human sister. And what did they find? Murder. but it wasn't actually a murder, was it?
Bravo. Yeah, to no one's surprise, there was no murder. Though, true story, when I was first watching it, you and I both noticed there's a moment where Haruhi and Kyon go looking out for Yutaka Tamaru, which is the victim's brother. And they go out and they're like, oh, he must have sailed away. But it's so stormy outside. Then they get caught in a turbulent landslide down the mountains, hide in a cave, and they have this conversation. And there's this weird effect that looks like Haruhi is bending reality. And you and I both went, like me when I first watched it, you when you just watched it, both went, what just happened? What did you think happened?
At that exact moment, I feel like reality shifted or something like that. It seems to be, it almost used the same kind of effect style as it does when we were in the negative zone or whatever the hell you want to call it, wherever they threw
spaces.
Garlic Jr. But yeah, no, it was a very odd addition to it, and it's to seemingly no effect, but they don't just throw stuff in for nothing.
Yep. I like the theory that it was a murder until Haruhi decided it wasn't one. She kind of gets the murder mystery she wants and doesn't want it. She kind of backs out.
Yeah. I mean, murder is pretty scary.
Oh, no, that's not.
As we could tell from our time traveler who just faints in the beginning and just stays out the whole time. Was that because she just couldn't keep her mouth shut?
Now, that's an interesting theory. It could be a very nuanced situation where, yeah, she was like, I can't deal with this. But Mika was always kind of the intern of the trio. So I would just account it up to, oh no, blood. Small puddle of blood.
Small puddle of fake blood. Ah!
This episode was full of homages.
Yeah, you could say that. The quote unquote culprit character from Case Closed, Detective Conan, literally just shows up. It's fucking great. I was really hoping that they'd make a call out to it, but I didn't think they would.
Oh yeah, straight up there. And then if you were not sure what Case Closed was, oh, don't worry, here's Ace Attorney sprites.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. Especially when they call out, she's probably hearing a roarous applause right now.
all it was missing was Kyon's sister throwing confetti.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we needed. I'm just surprised that they do such a popular game that released so close to it, rather than doing like an established franchise that everyone would know. Like, that's kind of a risk.
It is.
I didn't understand what was going on at first.
Yeah.
And as soon as Haruhi started doing that weird wave with her hand, I'm like, why have I seen that before? Who does? Oh, shit. Nagato did kind of a weird thing in this one. I don't really know if it was part of her protocols or whatever, but also she listened like right away to Kyon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I don't know, very interesting. We're starting to see her character have little glimpses of humanity in her. We got an interesting characterization of Kyon's sister too, that she's kind of a brat. She's kind of a huge brat. It's like, hey, shithead, stop trying to get food when it's not food time. It's like, but I wanted some. You're dumb.
Lifting her by like the scruff of her shirt, drops her. It's so funny.
He just picks her up. Like, hey, shithead. Like, oh no, I've been caught. Koizumi. We get to see kind of his tricky side when he's faking it.
Yep.
This whole time. That was pretty interesting. I enjoyed the scenes where he's talking through his teeth, and you can kind of hear the smile in his voice.
I liked what you said during it. Is you can literally see the script in his hands when he's like, "Oh no, who could have done this?" We also saw a great new character, Kyon's mole.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why did we get a close up on his mole? And then why was what's his name giving him the sex eyes?
Koizumi giving Kyon the sex eyes quite a bit in this episode.
Yeah, especially with them in the bedroom together. Like, come on.
The framing was not subtle.
It really was, and the lighting wasn't either.
Nope.
And the music in these past couple episodes has been all over the place.
Back around this time, and kind of still, a lot of anime have character songs where the voice actors, the seiyus, would sing a song written for the character, either
Well,
by them.
It still happens a lot now. You still have a lot of the characters in the cast singing the intro or the outro.
Yeah, so it's kind of a proliferant thing. Haruhi had a lot of them, to the point where there's a really funny picture of like character song 87, Kyon's Mole.
Sometimes I hate anime fans.
Right after that, we jumped into our new opening for the season 2 episodes.
Oh, true. You can talk about that. So nothing's going to be the classic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, quite frankly, like one of these stick out in history, and it's unfortunate that it's not both.
But
and
yeah,
I guess that's where my opinion lies, because like this is not an opening to be overlooked. Like, it definitely has its merits, but I mean, it's not the Haruhi opening, you know?
yeah.
I don't see myself singing this one out of nowhere, and
Mhm.
there have been a couple of times at work where I just hear the old opening in my head sometimes, and I'm like, God damn it.
Now, is that because I sent you a link where it mashes that song up with Live and Learn from Sonic Adventure 2?
No, actually, it does not.
Okay, just checking. The visual designs, though, the stop signs turning into go signs when Haruhi looks at them, and all the comic book sound effects.
I mean, I guess it beats the heavy-handedness of God reaching down to her.
Yeah, now Haruhi is God.
I really like the aesthetic in these openings.
And then we get Endless 8.
So, the moon is high up in the sky, and I guess over time it's just going to keep coming down and destroy Termina, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Actually, how'd you know? I thought you knew nothing about the show. How'd you know
Nailed
that?
it. We need the 4 giants and masks.
We need the 4 giants: Yuki, Mikuru, Koizumi, and Kyon's sister on stilts.
And Kyon's mole.
It just keeps growing until it's a giant, until it goes.
Actually, no, wait, that's the moon. Kyon's mole just gets larger and larger.
Kyon, it's the phone, as he's just falling from orbit.
It's very Akira-esque. Summer just happened. Endless 8 is the thing. And I'm guessing that they're going to be stuck in a time loop, or at least Kyon is, and no one else is going to realize it, except like maybe Haruhi at the end, and she's going to be like, oh, I've been wanting to have summer fun forever. And he's like, no, but I mean, I guess it's cool, but you know, time's got to be a thing. And she's going to be like, oh, all right, okay. And then everything's going to be fine. And then I guess they'll kiss or something. I don't know.
Endless 8 is called Endless 8 because it is August.
Yay. Birthday month.
Yeah, and then you can also, flip the 8 horizontal. I don't know, just something to try. But
well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's obvious. Who wouldn't not think of that? That was a joke, as in no one thinks of that, and it's dumb. And I literally remember that reveal on like the forums and shit, and people were just losing their fucking minds.
Everyone can figure and knows it that Endless 8, we're at a bit of a reoccurrence of time.
But hey, man, what great times of fan servicey episodes could we possibly repeat over and over again?
It's just fan service. It is Haruhi wants to do.
We're in utakas now. We're in bathing suits now. We're in frog suits. Oh boy.
It's literally if you called your friends and went, oh my God, it's August. We have to do everything we could have done from May now in 2 days. Go. Play Animal Crossing for 2 months in 1 day. Go.
It's doop, 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 doop. That was one of their days. They played Animal Crossing. They were all frog people.
Yep, they're all frog people.
And they worked for Tom Nook. Oh! Parallel.
They did bug hunting.
Oh my God, yeah, and fishing. They just played Animal Crossing.
Hey, guess what? Animal Crossing was also around the same time as Ace Attorney, so you know what?
Oh my God, they should have made a fucking bit about it.
It would have been funny.
Kyon, why are you holding 100 bells? I don't know, the store clerk just gave them to me. Guys, something really weird happened. I touched a chair and it turned into a leaf. I don't know what's going on. I think we got gypped.
This is a fun episode. It is just a joy. I mean, we know obviously that something's got to give, but this first introduction, it brings you in breezy and it does what it sets out to do, which is kind of disarm you.
Well, yeah, I'll agree to that. But we also kind of get like some nice character moments. I mean, we get We get Yuki buying a mask and showing some interest in something
Mm-hmm.
rather than nothing.
After for a while, kind of looking disinterested in everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was any other moments with anyone else that like showed some evolution in character.
Koizumi
How so?
admitting when they were looking at the stars on the rooftop.
Oh yeah, he's like, hey, I did this hobby as a kid, which is really awkward to hear from the guy who says we might not have existed a couple years ago.
Yep. Which kind of fits into is that can you really? This guy is like the least trustworthy person.
Oh yeah, easily. I find it very interesting that an episode that starts an entire season and kind of ends on like a flat note, because almost every anime like lately in these seasons have been starting off with like this crazy episode that like seems everything's okay, and then it gets you like with the really heavy-handed hook at the end, and it's obvious that there is a hook upcoming and it's gonna hit soon, but they end the episode before it
On homework.
Yeah, they literally ended on homework and like the main character going to bed. And like I get that they're trying to make us comfortable, and I guess if you think about it, it's like, yay, return to form, everyone's happy. Oh man, isn't this great? Oh, I got to roll with the Haruhi crew again. I can't wait till next week. I mean, this episode was kind of lacking. I wonder what. Oh wait, why is it called Endless 8? Oh, I guess maybe something will happen. Like, what's the point? Just tell me the bit now.
At least in this side on the West where the books had not come out, no one really knew that well what was going to happen. But I also feel like this episode makes a really strong case for Haruhi's point of view for why something might go awry, which is this is kind of the perfect several days of summer that anyone could possibly have.
And now that I think about it, because the original series aired out of order, I feel like this is the best red herring, too.
Yep.
Maybe the series just started off with their filler episode.
Well, no, because they aired it chronologically interspersed with the season 1.
Right, but they don't know if they're going to do something weird with it now. Like, there's no indication on what next week's episode is going to be. So this could just be some strange episode that's kind of like a throwaway. And they're like, oh, okay. And they realize what they're in for.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen next week?
I mean, it's obvious Kyon's going to wake up and it's going to be August 1st again. But after that, I'm not really sure. I feel like maybe he's going to try his best to stop it. We might have like a Groundhog Day situation where he just does none of the things, but that doesn't work. And he has to figure out he has to do like that one thing. I just think it's going to be Groundhog's Day.
Okay. What do you think is going to change at all? If it's going to be Groundhog Day again, what's going to be different next week?
Maybe the list? No, because summertime things are pretty set in stone. Maybe. Okay, I feel like people are going to like not show up or something like that. Like maybe Yuki doesn't show up one day and it's like, what? That's weird. Maybe something like that. I feel like more questions are going to be raised in the next episode than answers. If Endless 8 is the worst thing that happens in Haruhi, I'm not seeing it quite yet. I mean, I can't speak for what's going to happen in the future, but so far so good.
I don't know. I'm enjoying the ride so far. It's actually kind of gone beyond what I remembered. Everything's so nuanced in the show. Every shot is so deliberate in what it's trying to convey, homage, and tell you. Like when they're doing the hypothesis of who could have killed our mansion owner, Mr. Tamaru, they're doing live action shots of like possibly someone on the staff getting stabbed.
Oh yeah, that was really weird. And then you have Kyon, when he's thinking about it, it's like crayon drawings.
Yeah, there's so much like experimental deliberance with this, and it's almost like an art house anime, but it's so much budget put behind it that they can do literally anything they want.
Well, I guess I'm even more excited to see the next episode now. We wouldn't happen to have the name of the episodes, would we?
Yes. So our next episode is. Sorry, I lost the paper. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh no!
Sorry, hang on.
Oh God!
Hang on.
He's got to dig through the whole mountain of.
I got it.
Of
I got
garbage.
it. Our next episode is Endless 8.
Okay.
And our next episode is Endless 8.
What?
You heard me. Kyle, do I seem like the type of person who would joke about something? The answer's no.
I was really hoping you were going to pull out another sheet that just said like, oh, I got it. The next episode is buy eggs, bread, milk.
No. I'm not that clever.
Oh, please.
I did genuinely go, wait, there's no like part 2. No, it's just Endless 8.
Oh, great.
So let's enjoy.
Alex, look out. It's the end of the episode.